Hello, this is Paul.
Hey, Paul. This is John Waite.
Hey, John, how are you?
Pretty good, I think. I actually woke up and I don't know where I am. But I'm between 2 points and we have a day off and we're driving. So it's good. It's really good.
Oh, good. Well, we believe you to be in Texas, and we're happy to get you back here. It's always a phenomenal show.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And I'm always glad to get back to Texas, too.
Yeah.
It's Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Well, yeah, we're expecting that. And I saw on the news today there's storms coming in, but I think we'll miss that. But you never know.
Yeah, Texas is a little crazy, but we need some good music right now. So we're excited that you're getting the show going. This weekend, and then of course we're gonna hear all kinds of good stuff. What are we gonna hear in this set?
Well, the basic blueprint here is hits.
Yeah.
I mean the other two bands are playing, I think, 80 minutes each, and we're playing for 40. So everybody's committed to just knocking it out of the park. The bands are great, the crew is great, and the venues are great. I mean, it's pretty stunning. We have enough hits to fill 40 minutes of set time. It's mayhem, really. It's hit. And they would go out with a Led Zeppelin song just for kicks. But it's just a good time. It's just a great time. Yeah.
I love that. And of course, you probably end up watching Styx and Foreigner here and there too, because the show is just so good, right?
Yeah. I mean, we hang around for an hour after the show, and then we get going. We have long drives, but they flip the headline spot, so we get to see each band. There's some really great musicians up there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, of course, you make it look like the easiest job in the world up there, and I've always admired that. And, of course, people want to do what you do, but it's certainly much harder than it looks. And so what kind of advice do you give them when they want to do what you do?
Well, that's a whole... wow. Let me think about that. It's I don't know any other thing. I mean, it's what I do. It's like reading a book. It's singing. It's like, I don't know, painting a picture or going for a walk. It's as natural to me as anything. And it is easy. It's not hard. It's something that I just fall into, and the band is great. I mean, the band is really strong. Mm-hmm. And it's very Spartan. We don't have anything else but the basics, and that allows me to sing flat out. And surprisingly, the whole band follows me in. It's just it's powerful.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering how you keep that voice up, because the voice just sounds so good, after all these years. And just is there something that you do to just protect that instrument?
Yeah, I smoke 5 cigarettes a day, and I gargle with Pepsi before I go out. I really don't have anything that you would call a regimen to keep it where it is. It's just become even stronger as I got older. And I have all that wisdom of singing all my life. So it's really natural. I don't warm up. I really don't. And all the songs are slightly different every performance. It's really from the heart. It isn't just like replicating the record.
Absolutely.
It's a performance, and that's what makes it powerful.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we got to ask you because my co host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. And of course, we love to ask people their Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career where you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, there was so much music in my family and my relations. I don't know if there was a particular moment when I said, well, maybe. No, it was always, I wish I could give you an example. But I listened to a lot of music all my life, records from Bob Dylan to British rock, obviously being English, and American blues and soul music. But I always felt at one with it. I always felt I had an extremely strong connection, probably more than anybody else in the room. It was touching me at my very core. I understood it. Even at a very young age, listening to cowboy music, I think my head was on fire when I heard it. It was just like I got it. And I knew I could sing. And I was kind of a shy kid, so I wasn't walking around saying, listen to me. It took me a long time to have the confidence to go on stage and sing. But it's as natural to me as walking in a straight line. I mean, it's just my life.
I love that. Well, is there something that you keep in mind that keeps you on the right path even when things are tough? Because, us creative types, we're kind of hard on ourselves sometimes.
I think it's beyond that. I think the reason we're having this conversation is that even when things were going down and there wasn't any plan B, I was so committed to writing songs and explaining my life through words and music that there wasn't an alternative. And I think that's why I'm here today. It's been the most important thing in my life.
Oh, that's beautiful. And of course, we'd love to hear some new music from you at some point. Are you working on some right now?
Well, I put out an EP
yes
2 years ago called Anything, and it had 5 songs, and I put that out. And I think any music I put out now will be an EP. But there is such a lot of work to do playing live, and there's such a lot of history. It's amusing me to go back and play some of these songs and playing some of the more contemporary things alongside each other. It's the story of my life being performed in front of an audience. So it's something that I'm deep in at the moment, and I'd like to tour as much as I can for the next couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, it's still fun for you. I mean, you look like you're having the best time, and you get to do all the great things when you're in town.
Yeah, the whole thing these days. Interestingly enough, when you grow up, we're not looking for excitement outside of the performance. We don't go out after the show. If we do, it's for an Indian meal, And on the days off, it's just Indian food and catch a movie or something. You grow up, but you're still very young. When you're putting these songs out, you can access the 12-year-old in you and measure time. It's like you're singing your life story.
Yeah, well, I guess touring was much different years ago. Can't go back.
Well, yeah, it was. It was kind of a hellfire kind of great time rock and roll thing. But I think if you're still doing that after a certain age, you just look ridiculous. I mean, people have occasionally tried it, but it's not something I advise anybody to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and last thing then is, of course, it's such a big part of you, and it's still so much fun. But what is it now that gives you inspiration, that gives you life in this?
Anything that's truthful. Mm-hmm. I mean, I write about stuff that happens to me, but it could be I'm in Goodwill looking for that perfect tuxedo jacket from the 40s, and you see a young mum with her kids trying to buy toys from, and that moves me. You see a homeless guy in the street, and he's obviously carrying the world on his shoulders, and he isn't even sure what the world is. It's just on his shoulders. And there's love, and there's kids, and there's life, and there's tomorrow, But life itself is obviously my current life and my past. They're all the inspiration for what I write about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're so excited to have you back in town again. It's always an amazing show. We're going to tell everybody to check it out, and definitely look forward to seeing you up there.
I very much enjoyed the conversation, and thank you for your kind words.
Oh, thank you.
It means a lot to me.
Thank you, John. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.